We're going to get on now to Jacob's picks. Now, a little bit of background here. A little bit of background. The last major of last year, the Open Championship at Royal Liverpool, Jacob made his picks, and one of those picks was a certain Mr. Brian Harman, who, of course, went on to win and become Champion Golfer of the Year. I was doing media work that week, and I absolutely shamelessly plugged Brian Harman from the very start, and I made it such. The thing is, I was plugging him so hard for literally this reason, because Jacob picked him, and it just so happened that that's the first time where I've plugged someone like from the outside to win, and everyone kept coming back to me saying, "You picked Brian Harman at the start of the week, didn't you?"
Well, do you remember seeing the bet slips that people were putting on?
Yeah, it was like, "Oh yeah, we've got him.
Oh my God, at the end of the tournament, people were tagging us and being like, "Oh my God, Pete won me like $5,000.
Yeah.
Pete won me like 800 quid." And you're like, "Why did you listen to this, Lemon?"
I got so many messages on Instagram as well. I bet slips come through.
Yeah.
Like I think the highest amount that someone sent through, they'd won like $8,000 or something ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Okay, so
What odds was he? Like 150 or something like that?
Something like that.
150,
Yeah,
175. He was.
I mean, I did win as well,
Yeah.
but not quite as much as that.
Okay, so everyone get your betting app out. Get ready to write down whoever Jacob says now.
And then, of course, if you want to have a bet, that's completely your decision. And if you are struggling with gambling, help is available. Mick.
Unless you want $8,000.
When the fun stops.
Where the fun stops. I've literally spent 200 quid on bets for the Masters.
I know. Yeah. We'll talk about who you've put on after
God.
Jacob tells us who you should have put on.
So rich.
Are we good? Are we ready?
Yeah,
Are we
we're
sat
ready.
in? I am going to tell you
We're a bit giddy.
who is going to win the Masters this year, and I'm quite excited about this year, to be honest. I think this was the point where I was kind of getting on the Patrick Cantlay bandwagon of last year, which didn't really go very well. So we'll see how that goes. But if you haven't watched it before, I kind of use a lot of data, a lot of stats to kind of build a guy who's going to win the Masters, every major of this year. And one of the big things that comes out of the Masters is that for the last 10, the winner has come from inside the top 25. Now, world rankings are a little bit sniffy at the minute, a little bit, where should people be? So I've used Data Golf to give me the top 25 regarding of like how well they're doing right now. So taking all those 25 names, the next thing I wanted to look at was that in the last 11 winners, the previous 9 have won in their last 6 starts before the event, which completely knocks loads of people down.
That's loads of people out.
The people remaining, Scotty Scheffler, obviously won twice already. Rory McIlroy snuck in with his win at the Desert Classic. Neiman on Live has won twice. Wyndham Clark has also won. I think it's Pebble. And Hideki at Riviera for the Genesis. That's your 6 we're down to.
Wow. It's a list.
Yeah.
The next steamed list, yeah. We're talking previous major winners there. Next one to knock us off. 14 of the last 15 winners have all come inside the top 50 for driving distance, which is an important thing to note. Is you don't have to be super long, but you do have to get it out there.
Be long enough.
But long enough. Yeah, exactly. And this was what was very interesting to me. So, as you'd imagine, Rory McIlroy makes it through, second on the PGA Tour. Wyndham Clark, also notoriously long, 17th on the PGA Tour. Joaquin Neiman also makes his way through. He is second on Live, which would also place him third on the PGA Tour. He's
He's a long boy.
He's long, 314.7 yards, I think it is.
Got that dip going, you know.
Yeah, he's got that turn. Yeah. For context, Scotty Scheffler is 108th in driver distance. Now, if he putts well, he's going to probably win. And he also hits every fairway, so it doesn't really matter. But I just thought that was quite interesting that
he's ridiculously low down for someone who you think is
I thought he was longer than that, but maybe that's just my mind. I just think he's great at everything.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're down into the final 3 players.
Hold on.
Whoa.
You just cut out.
Just pump the brakes a second. Have you just ditched Scotty Scheffler?
He's gone, yeah. He's gone.
Where was Hideki?
He doesn't make the top 50
he's gone,
either.
right.
You don't need it far enough.
We're into Rory, we're into Neiman, we're into Clark. That's all you've got left. So here we go.
We're good at this, by the way, because our predictions are turning out statistically correct.
Yeah.
He did just say that Clark wasn't going to win.
You said that.
So did he.
Continue. Last 11 winners of the Masters have all gained 0.25 strokes on the field when it comes to around the green. Now, approach play is also incredibly important. But with these guys, I've kind of tried to take both and put them together and also see if it snuffs anyone out. Now, with the stat that I've just referenced there about strokes around the green, it remains one person who, at the moment, has a 0.6 strokes gained average, which would put him in the top 5 on the PGA Tour. Now, that might give away who I think this is going to be. The winner of the Masters this year is going to be not only mine, but clearly Mick's choice of Joaquin Niemann.
Wow.
And there you have it.
There we go.
I don't want to just settle on that because I feel like there obviously are some things that are going to come in out of play. You know, talking about the approach play, he's 75% greens in reg percentage on live this year. I think he sits second in the whole field. He has won around Riviera in 2022, which is notoriously known as a good comp between Augusta and Riviera. He is playing as of the level that he was in that 2022 season. And his approach play, I think, is 19th if you put it into the field now of what the PGA Tour is like. So I think everything, he's won twice. He's trending great. You say that chip on his shoulder. He fits the course well. I have a good feeling about him. And that's the end of my winner's point. Now, I just want to, this is a slight tangent of just, if you want...
An addendum.
Addendum. I have an outside pick this year who I don't think it's going to be crazy odds. It's not a Harmon, but I do really, really like Shane Lowry this year. I think Shane Lowry, the only things that he wasn't really falling into was the fact that he hasn't won in his last 6 starts. Now, if you read his last 4 finishes, it's T29, T19, 3rd and 4th, trending in a good direction. He is 3rd on the PGA Tour in approach play this year. He's gaining 0.928 strokes on the field in approach play. So if you want a little outside one, you're probably going to be getting him to 40, 50 to 1, maybe a bit less. But that's what I like this year. And there you have it.
There we go.
Good Lord, that was excellent, Jacob.
Thank you.
And if you like you said, gambling is not for everyone. If you don't want to, don't gamble, and obviously do it safely and responsibly as best you can. If you're going to put a bet on and you take one of those 2 guys and they win, please let us know, because we'd love to hear how successful Jacob has been, because he's on a heater at the moment.